The Shift is live, baby, coming to you from the Shift Studios on a Saturday night. Some would say, Earnshaw, it's Saturday Night Live versus the Shift live on Saturday night. Who's going to have the bigger show? Who's going to have the higher ratings? I don't know, Nick. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be tough.
I think we will get the better ones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very confident in our abilities.
I mean, genuinely, I think, a lot of our shows, I think we have a good balance, I would say. I would say we have a balance of, serious topics, content, along with some laid back, fun content.
Now,
be a lot of, go ahead.
Now, what we don't have is a musical guest like
right.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Are you trying to bring down the show? What are you trying to do? I'm trying to advocate for the Shift, and you're just trying to bring it down. Well, because you have a cousin that works for SNL and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to put your business out there, but you got people in the business. So there you go. But the Shift tonight, we don't normally do weekend like Saturday night type of shows, so cherish this, savor it as we are live on a Saturday night.
Could get rowdy. Could get real rowdy. Could get real rowdy. Could get real rowdy on a Saturday night here on the Shift. My gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the episode tonight. It's been a couple of weeks, me and you, it gets tough with the schedules. We both do a lot. So hopefully we can be a little more consistent going forward, but it happens from time to time. We both got stuff going on with our lives in the business of radio and sports media, but no one wants to hear all that. We are here for the Shift tonight. And like I was mentioning, Nick, about the whole balancing, it's going to be a little more laid back. Again, it's Saturday night show. We got a lot of good, fun content. Mets fans giving Juan Soto an ovation. I'll hold off on we'll get to it.
A lot to say.
I don't want to give too much away my emotions here. But we're going to get to that. We have to talk about the Juan Soto thing. The Red Sox documentary, Nick, I've watched a lot of it, and we'll give our thoughts on that coming up in just a little bit. And also, you made me aware, I didn't know at all. WrestleMania is tonight. Yeah. So we're going to talk about great brawls in Major League Baseball history. There's a lot. So excited to talk about that. But Nick, how about you, how about you start us off here? What is our lead topic tonight? What are we talking about in the world of Major League Baseball?
I mean, we have to talk about the best division in baseball here.
Are they? They might be.
I mean, they are cooking right now. The Padres, 15-5. Dodgers, 15-6. San Francisco Giants, I mean, they're cooking as well. The Diamondbacks are over 500. That's 4 teams over 500, Francisco, at this point. It's a very real conversation. The Rockies, they're the Rockies. I mean, they're just,
yeah, they're just there.
You know what happens out there in Colorado. I mean, they're on top of the mountain, as someone may say. You know what I mean? In not the way of the NL West, okay? Not the NL West are not on top of the mountain. So, I mean, listen, the Giants coming off a split with the Phillies. Padres playing really well to start the year. Diamondbacks are over 500. Listen, the Dodgers fell off a little bit, but then, they're still a really good team. We know how good they are, the defending World Series champions. Francisco Rojas. Is this division going to have 4 playoff teams with the way everything started out?
So here's where I am, right? I think this is where I am on the Padres. Do I think they're going to be winning this division by the end of the year? No. Do I think they're going to be a wild card team by the end of the year? Absolutely. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they are definitely a wild card team. And I know you have Ketel Marte, the injury with him for a while. They're going to miss him. But I still think at the end of the day, the Diamondbacks as a whole, offensively, their rotation and whatnot, I still think they have as good of a shot of anybody, in the National League, honestly, to be a contender, as good as the Dodgers are. The Diamondbacks will be there. They're going to be a wild card team. And like I mentioned already with the Dodgers, they're going to win the division. So the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Diamondbacks are all playoff teams to me. for sure. Maybe not in that order. I'd go Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres in the rankings of how confident I am. I haven't felt great about the Giants since their outlier year in 2021. This year, Nick, I think they are better than I thought, and maybe that a lot of us thought we were. But I don't think they are ready to make the playoffs just yet. I think this is a good sign for them. Jung-Hoo Lee, I mean, he has been a revelation. He's been unbelievable. Now he's, hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy over his, an actual full 162 this year, because he's a big part of that offense. I think the offense for the Giants is better than I think I expected, Nick, and their bullpen has been unbelievable. But the rotation's questionable. I don't know how much I trust their offense and bullpen to be able to carry them to the playoffs. I think there's two teams in the National League Central, maybe three teams. The Reds, the Cubs, and the Brewers. And then in the National League East, I don't think count the Braves out just yet. Just got Strider back. I know they're really struggling to start the year, but I still really like a lot of the talent on their offense, parts of their rotation and their bullpen. And the Mets have been really good to start the year, and I think they have a chance to make the playoffs. I think it's going to be a little too tough for the Giants to make the playoffs this year, but I think it's a step in the right direction for them. But I don't think, Nick, that we're going to see four teams coming out of the National League. By the way, that would be, I think, the first time ever that four teams would kind of come out of a division to make the playoffs. Now that it's something like that's able to happen with the 3 wild card spots. But I don't think the Giants are there just yet. Too many question marks with that team. I think they go from somebody that's an 80 to 82 win team to maybe an 85 win team and just misses the playoffs. But I don't think you're going to see four teams come out of NOS.
I'm with you. So, listen, I don't think you're going to get all four. I think the NL East is still hard. Too. Phillies, Braves. That's a good division. They're going to be in the mix, though. They're going to be in the mix. All these teams are really good. We know the Mountain High Colorado Rockies have no shot, but these four teams, this is legit. The Diamondbacks, they're pesky. And remember, it's April. We are so early on in the season. A lot can change at this point. And I'm with you on the Giants. Their pitching worries me a little bit, right? It worries me. The Dodgers are going to be the Dodgers. The Dodgers will be fine. I think the Padres are back. I like the Padres a lot, man. I mean, they've been pesky for years, but now, I don't know. I think the Padres are a team to really take a look at. 15-5, top of the ranks. Listen, Team ERA, they are the best in Major League Baseball right now, Francisco. As a squad, 2.65 ERA, batting average against 202. Really, really solid this year to start. Fernando Tatis, I mean, guy's having a year already, batting over 300. Etc. Luis Ariz, you know how much I love Luis Ariz. I wish he was a Philly. Yeah, I wish he was a Philadelphia Philly. He's been good. Machado, they have depth. I think the Padres are a team to watch for. And you were in on them last year a little bit. I'm in on them this year. I think the Padres are a team you have to consider getting into the postseason. Diamondbacks are going to be pesky too. So maybe you get two of those teams, right? You have 3 wild card spots. Mm-hmm. 2 of those teams could get in, and maybe one from the NL East. That's what I would say would happen. One of those teams gets knocked out, and it's very disappointing. That's how I would say the NL West kind of shakes out.
Yeah, and again, I mean, how big are you on the Padres, by the way? Are we talking a World Series, or are we just talking... You're just
postseason berth. I think they can make some noise. I don't think World Series, but they're not. Don't sleep on them. That's all I would say. Don't sleep on them.
I definitely think so. And too, for if you're looking at this division, I think it's going to be also hard for the Giants is having to play these other 3 teams. And I mean, and thank goodness, I guess if you're the Giants, thank goodness it's not like it used to be, where you had to, now you have more of a balanced schedule, because back in the day, it would have been, you had to play the The Giants had to play the Dodgers so many times, the Padres so many times, and so all these teams so many
Diamondbacks,
times.
Rockies.
Which, by the way, I do miss that a little bit. I miss having the. I think it's taken away from the division rivals, just rivalries, just a little bit. But if you're the Giants, I think you're looking at thank goodness you don't have to deal with that. And I just think when I'm looking at this Giants team, I don't. Their rotation is just a little questionable. Logan Webb's one of the best pitchers in the game. I love Logan Webb. Landon Rupp. He's young. He's someone that's going to have to prove himself. Justin Verlander has not been good to start the year. Robbie Ray's been all over the place. Jordan Hicks also hasn't been necessarily. I think he had a really good start to the year last year. Not even having that this year, he's been pretty bad. So Giants rotation. I think if the Giants rotation was a lot better now, things can change, but I don't think they're really going to change. I don't think Justin Verlander is necessarily going in the right direction as far as his career goes. And rightfully, look, Justin Verlander is a future Hall of Famer. Like, that's fine. But as far as the Giants go, I just think that their rotation's a huge question mark.
Yep.
And I think when you're looking at their offense, compared to the Dodgers, compared to the Padres, even compared to the Diamondbacks, just a tiny bit more, not as much firepower as those teams. And then, looking at the NL East, like you mentioned, I mean, you got three teams there with really good offenses in the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets. So I know I'm just looking at offenses there, but just when thinking about offenses, I mean, I think the Giants would need their offense to be somewhat on the level like the teams I'm mentioning there, and it's just not there. I like a lot of their players in their lineup. Matt Chapman's having a good start to the year. Again, I've already mentioned Jung-Hoo Lee. Willie Adames is somebody that has potential to be what he was with the Brewers last year, but can he do it? We'll see. Elliot Ramos, someone who had a good year in his first full season in the majors last year. Had a really good OPS plus in 121 games that he played last year, but we'll see. So I don't know. I like this though. This is exciting. I think the fact that we're even having this conversation about four teams making, that'll be the first time. So I think it'll be really exciting.
Well, this also shows how superior the National League is to the American League. The National League
absolutely
loaded with talent. I mean, the National League coming down the stretch, that's going to be fun this year. If everyone stays healthy and it's like this towards the end of the year and you have all these teams really close, still playing really good baseball. Oh man, it's going to be must-see TV. It's like popcorn ready to go. Maybe the Colorado Rockies will be sitting on their couch watching and having a good time. Mile high out there. It's Saturday night, they're going to that last Saturday of the season is going to be a lot of fun, Francisco.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just looking at like the NL West right now. The second to last team there with a winning record, the Arizona Diamondbacks, 12-9. And that's hovering around right where we're talking about the American League compared to the National League. I mean, that whole NL West is better than the entire American League. I mean, the Yankees 13-8 leading their division. I mean, the Diamondbacks are hovering right around there. Tigers 13-8, Rangers 13-8. I mean, American League has been really bad, and the National League West has been pretty incredible to start the year. So, pretty good start to the year for the National League West. And I want to know from you, all of you out there, you can tweet the Shift at the Shift_media on X. You can let us know. Or you can also comment on YouTube. You comment there. You can comment. Is this technically you'll be commenting on StreamYard, Nick?
No, you're commenting on YouTube, commenting on the X platform, commenting on the Facebook.
I didn't know how it worked.
All of it. See, this is why
that's why you're here for me.
Zoomer versus Millennial. He's got the grays. He's the big 3-0.
Oh yeah, all the grays I got. Oh,
got to keep him up on the trend.
Right. Hey, I've been more consistent on TikTok. You get my ballpark takeaways, from the Phillies game.
Yeah, I did.
By the way, before we get into meat potatoes, we'd like to thank our fan that DM'd us on X. They took a picture of us at the Phillies game for where they were probably in like section like 300 something, 400 something.
Awesome.
behind like third baseline behind home plate, and it was really cool to have our listener take a picture of us doing our work at the Phil's game. We were enjoying that Phil's Dodgers game, and we want to thank you so much for taking that pic. We were locked in, Earnshaw. Look at us. We were locked in.
Look at that.
Look at. I mean, I was working on my my Hunter Green versus Paul Skeens video.
Yeah. You were working on something for the Shift YouTube channel. Yeah. Who knows? I had like 3 jobs getting ready for that on that day. I was covering the Phillies. I was getting ready for lacrosse the next day. It was a doozy.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That was we truly were though. We were locked in all game long, man. We weren't just enjoying, like, obviously that, by the way, it was a great game to go to. Phillies Dodgers. Saw really a fraudulent non-tag by Trey Turner. I'm sorry, I still don't think he tagged him.
I still don't think he got tagged.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that were trying to say that he did tag him. I don't know why I'm complaining about this. Obviously, we're Phillies fans. I don't know. I can't get behind bad calls, which we'll actually get to in about 10 minutes, talking about Jazz Chisholm. Can't get behind bad calls, Nick. Bring the robo-umps in, bring the robots to, I spy, no tag. Like, I don't know. Come on.
It's funny. My dad actually texted me during that game. He's like, there's no way he got tagged. There's no way he got tagged.
I went to it's funny. I went to a hardcore show like the next night, and I ran into a guy had a City Connect Phillies hat on. I'm like, yo, I like your hat. I was wearing my Schwarber. I was moshing in my Schwarber City Connect. Nice. And I was like, hey, he didn't tag him. He was like, no, there's an angle where he gets him on the armpit. I'm like, I've seen 50 different angles. I did not see that. And Turner didn't react. Like, Trey Turner didn't react like, oh yeah, I got him. What are you talking about? Like, now, he didn't react that way.
For the audience that's listening, this was the opener of the Dodgers-Phillies series. The first game. It was a Friday night. He didn't get tagged, man. It was a dot by JT.
But it was a nasty throw.
I don't.
Yeah. So I
just didn't get tagged. I don't. I didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. Like, I cannot believe they overturned it.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either. But all that to say, thank you to our listener for DMing that into us on X. We really appreciate it. We appreciate every single one of you that subscribes to the YouTube channel, that listens to us on Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. And make sure, if you aren't subscribed on any of those platforms, that you do, so you can listen to every single Shift episode here. So let's get into the meat potatoes, Mr. Earnshaw.
Let's do it. Let's
do it.
I can't wait. Did you eat tonight? Did you already eat?
Yeah, I had an omelet. I didn't have any. Usually I like to have spinach in my omelet, and there was no spinach. And that's not a knock on anybody. That's just myself. I need to do better. I haven't grocery shopped in like a month. I'm living at home still, so I don't really have to do all that, but I need to be better about it. I need to be more of an adult. But I did have an omelet, had bacon and cheese in there. And then I had toast on the side. And then that's pretty much it. What about you?
Yeah, I went Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I saw your milkshake earlier.
Yeah, did you see that? I did. I did.
Chick-fil-A milkshakes are fantastic.
They are. So I went spicy chicken sandwich, 5 nuggets. We're rocking. We're rocking and rolling.
Oh, you went a lot on that chicken, man.
Yeah,
Did you get fries?
I did get fries. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm just asking you to mention the fries, so that's all.
I got the fries. I thought that maybe I shouldn't have assumed.
It's okay. Did you get Chick-fil-A sauce at least?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't know how you live. I don't know how you go, but you gotta get Chick-fil-A sauce.
Now you know how I roll. All right. Now you know how.
Okay, I know how you roll now. All right, so let's roll on in to this Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah.
So this was this 2 nights ago now? I think, right? 2 nights
ago. Against the Rays.
Yep, against the Rays. And Jazz Chisholm gets called on a really bad strike call. It was about like 5 inches below the zone, and that's a lot. That's genuinely a lot. That's not just missing. It was a really bad call. Jazz was clearly animated. He kept yapping at the umpire and eventually gets ejected, Nick. And then after the game, tweets about it and says that wasn't even effing close. And then he ends up deleting the tweet. It was either freaking or effing, not that it matters, but he ends up deleting the tweet And now, Nick, he is suspended for a game for, I guess there was a social media policy that he's not allowed to go on social media and react to it afterwards. Isn't that what it was?
No. So here, can I explain it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Absolutely.
So Chisholm gets ejected, right? Gets ejected from the game. He then goes on during the game and tweets during the game.
Oh, he did.
So shortly after, when he was thrown out,
right, in the
he
clubhouse,
posted a message on X that wasn't, I mean, it could have, like, now Saturday Night Shift, you probably could say some of those words. Shift on another night when we record on Monday, Sunday night. We're in safe harbor hours right now, so we can let it loose. Mile High Colorado Rockies, Jazz Chisholm sending out expletive tweets. We can let it rock. He sent out a tweet, criticizing the umpire in an expletive way. Okay, and he deleted it right away. I believe he got fined $5,000 for that tweet, so he got fined $5,000 for that. Listen, it was a full count pitch. It was bad. Listen, he said after, I lost my emotions, I lost my cool, I got to be better than that. So listen, he's not having a great year so far. The torpedo bat, little bit of a fad, not gonna lie. But I don't have I love Jazz Chisholm. I think Jazz Chisholm is awesome for the game. However, I think that, he's got to keep his cool. You can't be tweeting.
Absolutely.
And delete. Can't be tweeting and delete.
Wasn't it? So I know I'm keeping it local here in Philadelphia. Was it Kenny Gainwell that tweeted during halftime or something like that? Remember that?
Yeah.
Against the Texans, I think it was, or somebody.
That's a lore that I wasn't expecting to think about.
I know that's the first thing that came to mind. Again, this is just being a Philadelphia sports fan, like I think I'm pretty sure it was Kenny Gainwell who tweeted at halftime. Oh no, you know what it was? No. He didn't tweet. I think he responded to a DM. He responded to a DM or something.
Yeah.
And the person either reposted it or he reposted it or something like that. And I don't know how much he got in trouble for that. He probably did get in trouble by the team. I don't know if he got any actual punishment for it. But that's the first thing that comes to mind. But yeah, Jazz, you can't be doing that. I love Jazz.
We got Mickey chiming in.
Yo, Mickey.
Appreciate
brother?
Mickey.
Appreciate you chiming in and then tuning in as we shift. This is like the Philly. I know I'm keeping it local. I know. I apologize. But when the Phillies radio, and again, Nick, because you did Phillies radio stuff. The Phillies radio, Greg Murphy, Scott Francie, when they do the Friday night roundtable, this is like our version of doing that.
Saturday night shift.
Saturday night shift. This might have to be more of a thing. Well, maybe once a month we'll do Saturday night shift.
Yeah.
If we can match up our schedules, we're gonna have to do this at least once a month or something like that. Once every couple months, lock in. Maybe we'll get some guests or something. Yeah. Maybe we'll get some we should have got some wrestling guests or something for tonight.
Should have.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh well. Ideas for the future. The future. We'll keep them locked away. But I'm with you. I think Jazz needs to keep his cool. He can't be tweeting during the game. I agree with them. I think every MLB fan
does have every right to be pissed off. He has every right to be pissed off. Every right to be pissed off.
Bring the robo-umps in. We all know that by now.
ABS.
Yep. Bring ABS. I'm curious to see what that's going to look like in the regular season. But that was the whole Jazz Chisholm experience a couple of nights ago. All right, Nick. Let's stay in New York. Technically, that game was in Tampa Bay. Let's stay in New York. In Philadelphia here. Look, I guess there's a tiny, tiny, tiny soft spot for me, even though I still think it was corny. When Trey Turner a couple of years ago got a standing ovation for having the horrible 3 months that he had, his first 3 months in Philadelphia was absolutely horrible. Maybe there's a tiny part of me that kind of understands that a little bit. Mets fans, though, while Juan Soto didn't have as bad of a start as Trey Turner had in the first 3 months, hasn't lived up to the $765 million contract so far. Again, small sample size, 3 weeks, which is kind of the point that I want to make. But Mets fans gave Juan Soto a standing ovation. And Matt Musico, by the way, who I need to text. I meant to text.
Yeah, his
while I
thoughts
was
on
prepping
this.
for the show. I need to know Matt Musico's thoughts. If you're watching Matt, I know you're Saturday night, you got the kids, stuff like that. I know you're a busy guy. You're probably like, I don't even know if the Mets playing right now. Oh, they just played the Cardinals earlier. Who cares? But what are we doing? I was not in, and I know you weren't either, Nick. So I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this as well. What are we doing? 3 weeks into the season, his OPS was still like okay. Oh, he's our new superstar, so we got to get behind him. What are we doing? Why is this guy getting it? It's 3 weeks into his $455 million day contract. He's going to be here through age 40, Nick. 41, whatever. What are we doing? Why are we? I didn't agree all that much with the Trey ovation. I thought it was corny. I thought it was soft. The Northeast is getting soft. Philadelphia, New York, Boston, we're getting soft. This is ridiculous. He's 3 weeks into the season. I'll lose my voice. Nick, I don't know, man. It's stupid. What are your thoughts?
This will be the second time today I'm flipping out about this. Okay. First of all,
ESPN too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, where do I even begin? With this?
Yeah, where do we begin?
Okay, Trey Turner ovations took him about like 8 tries, like a ton of at-bats before he hit the home run.
Right.
Took a ton of ovations, by the way. Just want to point that out. Took like, I can't tell you how many times. It took 2 games. It was across 2 games.
Right.
Okay. People forget that. I didn't love it at the time. You know, got a big contract. However, I understand it. Trying to help a guy out. Fine.
Yeah.
Great.
It's a little smart. Yeah.
I think it's a little soft in my estimation. No problem. That's my opinion. I think it's a little soft. This was a culmination into the summer. This was months for Trey Turner to get that ovation. This was like a lot of time building, right? For that ovation. And by the way, the New York fan, I can't stand New York fans.
Oh, I know you can. This is why I couldn't wait.
Stand them. And this just shows the hypocrisy of the New York fans. The amount of you know what, bleep, you just take out the F in shift and you know what it says. The amount of shift that the Mets fans gave the Phillies fans for this was ridiculous. Ridiculous. And now you sign this guy to a $1 billion contract, $765 million, the richest ever. You got in a bidding war with your crosstown rival, the New York Yankees. Okay, this is the biggest signing of all time. He's not better than Ohtani. He's not worth more money than Ohtani at all. No way. He's a great player. It's April. It's barely. It's
April
not even
19th.
Easter yet. Hold up. We're not even at Easter yet, and we're giving this guy ovations. Let me put up the graphic. Let me put the graphic back up because I'm very proud of the graphic too. By the way,
I know you do a great job on the graphics.
I'll put it up again. Look at his slash line. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not horrendous. It's not Soto
into the season. What the hell is he getting an ovation for? We are going soft. The Northeast is going soft. We got to get a little tougher on these guys. And by the way, we had a sound from Larry Boa, Billy Schweim, who I co-host and produce with on ESPN Radio.
Yes.
Got an interview with Larry Boa. Okay? Boa even said how sensitive these players are. He even talked about the sensitivity of these players. This is a perfect example. Juan Soto does not need a standing ovation. He has just had a slower start to the season. It's not even May. Kids are still in school, for goodness sake. What are we doing? You Mets fans are the biggest hypocrites I have ever seen. Ridiculous.
And
I'm done.
out of all people, too, like, Juan Soto isn't soft. Like he went to the Yankees and had a monster year, almost helped that team by himself, along with Aaron Judge in the regular season. But in the playoffs, that man by himself almost won them a World Series.
Yeah.
He's not a soft dude. I remember 2019 when he helped the Nationals win that World Series and hit that big time home run off Verlander. I don't think, and this is me saying this as a Phillies fan with Juan Soto as a Met now, he's not a soft guy. He's clutch. He's big time. Why, if for anybody, why are we getting Juan Soto? It's Juan Soto. This isn't like, and I know Trey Turner's a little different. Trey's got a different personality, than Juan Soto. But like Juan Soto is Mr. Big Time. Like, I mean, what are we talking about?
They laughed at it. They hated on it. And now they're doing it to a massive superstar who was with the Yankees, has won a World Series, went to a World Series last year, left the New York Yankees to go to you, and it's April 19th on this time of this recording. I am just, it's unreal. Unreal, the hypocrisy of the New York Mets fan base. Hypocrisy.
Yeah,
it's the New York. It's the New York. It's New York.
I know. It's specifically Queens, though. It's not just New York. It's Queens.
Well, it's any sport, though. It really is any sport.
I don't think the Yankees fans would give him an ovation. I don't think they would.
No, I don't think they would either.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, I think it's Queens, though. It's Queens. And, like, it's all because, look at us. We finally stole something from the Yankees, even though the Yankees are still our big brother. They sold 500 million more championships than us. And look at us. Oh, we stole Juan Soto from the Yankees, even though we might not even make the playoffs this year. You know what? Screw that. I changed my mind. Giants can make the playoffs over you. 4 NL West teams over the Mets just because of this. Just kidding. But it's just ridiculous, man. Like, it's soft. It's like obvious to what the reasoning is behind it because you stole Soto's your guy. He's your baby now. Soto doesn't care about that, man. Soto got his money. Look, does he want to win in New York? Yeah, with the Mets, whatever. But Soto's not soft. He doesn't need that. I'm sure Soto probably, laughed at it like internally. I don't think he was like, what are we doing here, bro?
Well,
like,
the comments he made about Aaron Judge just recently, right?
Yes,
about the Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to expand on that a little bit? I mean, guys, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, what you're talking about him saying that, what in the offseason about?
Yes. And having him protect him, et cetera, having Judge behind him, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember those comments. It
was just in the last couple of days. I'll pull them up real quick.
Yeah, pull them up if you don't mind.
Because, I mean, listen, he had Aaron Judge behind him. You know what I mean? That helps.
Right.
So now he doesn't have Aaron Judge behind him. So that's going to hurt. So I'll pull it up.
That's true, but I mean, look, as good as he's supposed to be, I don't think he really necessarily. I'm not saying that it doesn't help to have Aaron Judge behind you, but being the $765 million player that he's supposed to be, I mean, he's put up great numbers in the past without having Aaron Judge behind him. Just saying, with the National, So no, but all right, let's pivot, Nick. Let's go to the Red Sox documentary that has come out within the last couple of weeks now, and I was really anticipating this, Nick. The entire year. I remember us talking about it on the show last year when it was announced that they were going to do this, and it's finally here. It just, it dropped about 3 weeks, probably 2-3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, a couple
and
weeks ago.
Was really excited to see it. Nick, I know you've watched one episode full so far, correct?
Yes, I'm one episode in. I apologize. I wanted to get deeper into it, but I got caught up on the Jerry Springer documentary. That was in my recommended. It was fascinating.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's only 2 episodes. That's why I was like, let me get in on this real quick, and then let me get back to the Red Sox. But
well, I have about 4 lined up right now. Because I'm gonna add Springer to the list.
It's only 2 episodes. They're like 50 minutes each. You can get right through it like tonight.
Yeah, I'll get to the Red Sox thing in just a second. But right now I'm watching the Red Sox one. Black Mirror. I don't know if you're a Black Mirror guy. Black Mirror newest season just dropped. I gotta watch the new Black Mirror season. And then also You comes out in like 5 days. You
You're a
guy?
you guy.
I love You. You's great.
Wow.
Yeah, You's it's creepy, but it's really good.
I watched the
It's really
first
good.
like 2 to 3 seasons,
Oh,
and
you
then
did.
I
That's
fell
a
off.
lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't like it after that.
Yeah, it was
Too
fine.
repetitive?
I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. My TV habits are very odd. I mean, they're all over the place. I don't have like one set. Like the one I go back to all the time is my comfort show. We know it's Seinfeld. Seinfeld is my comfort show, and I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go back to that. The other ones, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest TV show guy, but right now I do have some lined up. And by the way, are you a Stranger Things guy?
I'm gonna just say no.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just gonna.
Kind of answers.
I told you I have no like. I haven't watched anything. Like I'm so uncultured when it comes to television.
I mean, I'm
like,
not either, but I mean, I have
ahead.
my thing is I'm not really a big huge TV show guy, but when I do find a show that I really like I
Now, well, you are a millennial, so I expect you to watch more TV shows. You got the gray hair. You're 30. You're up there in age.
I don't
get
have
it.
the gray hair.
You got you got the clicker. You want to use that. For me, I am a YouTube. I want to watch a podcast. I want to lay down. I'm scrolling TikTok. It's a doom scroll. Have a TV show on in the background. Have something to eat. That's the Nick.
I mean, I'm almost like that, just without the TikTok doom scrolling.
With the like TikTok. My TikTok, I learn a lot on there. Great.
Listen, tonight after this, I'll be uploading this to YouTube, and then I'll be watching the NBA and NHL playoffs.
I was watching the NBA playoffs and seeing Tobias Harris absolutely dominate. It's making me go nuts. So we're getting nuts. We're getting nuts on this Saturday night shift.
Yep. Yeah, that Denver and LA game was crazy too. By the way, I don't know if you caught any.
Yeah, I did. Really I did catch
it. Went to overtime. Yep. Would be crazy to see James Harden and Ben Simmons. Actually,
crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy. But anyway, so real quick on the Red Sox thing, because we did all that just to get to the Red Sox documentary. It's really good so far. I'm 6 episodes in. If you are a baseball fan, which I'm going to probably assume if you're listening or watching this episode right now that you are a baseball fan. If you haven't watched, it is the Clubhouse, a season with the Boston Red Sox. It's not even about the Red Sox. Obviously, if they wanted to follow a team that we thought were going to win a World Series or something like that, they would have done the Dodgers or Yankees or someone like that. The point was to follow a team around. I don't know exactly why they chose the Red Sox, but it's cool to watch the personal lives of these guys, what goes in day out, how tough and hard the game is mentally. And I think that's the number one thing. Obviously, the physical stuff, they had Giolito, being out for the year, and Casas being out for most of the year and stuff like that, then how tough that can be to not be out there with your teammates. But the mental that these players go through. They had the whole Jarren Duran thing as well. That was really eye-opening. I really commend Jarren Duran for coming out and being as vulnerable as he was, saying that, going as far as to say, is he the rifle to his head and the gun didn't click. And, it was a reason for him to, wow, like I'm still here. So, Nick, I would highly encourage you. You are done the Jerry Springer?
Done.
You're done. Watch the Red Sox. Watch the Red Sox.
All right. I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'll probably watch more of the Red Sox tonight documentary since I finished that.
They do a really, really, really good job. I'm on episode 6 right now. They're around the trade deadline.
And I'll just add, I love seeing the different personalities. Like,
absolutely.
How these guys, it's just awesome, man. It's just like, it's really cool to see their real personalities and not like, in front of the media, having to answer a couple of questions, just seeing the real personalities and the way they interact with each other, during spring training, etc. That's what I love. That's why I love these type of shows. Like, it's a Hard Knocks style. Baseball needed a Hard Knocks. This is perfect.
Yeah, and one more thing before we get on to the next topic, but I'm really a fan of, these players and celebrities are people too. And I think that you see that in the documentary. that these people, they're just like everybody else, just like anybody else, and they go through trials and tribulations. Just because they're making a lot of money, you had the foreign players coming. I mean, what's his face? Was it Willie Abreu? I think it was Willie Abreu, or no, it was Brian Bayo, who his wife and his kid he didn't see like all season because they weren't able to get a visa. And like Bayo just got the contract extension, but I mean, nothing can take away from your family, like not being able to see your kid, your born baby, and your wife who you love very much. That stuff's important. And maybe I did underestimate the Ranger Suarez thing last year.
And I think fans forget these guys are human too. Like they have family, like that stuff is real. And like as much as these guys get paid, I understand. Like, I understand. They make a lot of money. A lot of these players make a ton, okay? More than the average person. I get it. But they have families. They're people, too. They bleed like you and I bleed, right? Mm-hmm. They're like us. They have problems. They go through stuff. It's part of it, too, and it all factors in to why someone may be struggling out there on the field, right? Like, they could be going, you never know. And that's just true in life, too. That's true in life. So.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Nick. So... WrestleMania is tonight. Are you tuning in?
Frick yeah. I listen.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I'll probably tune in for a little bit because tomorrow is like the main one, I believe.
Where is it this year, by the way? It was in Philly last year.
Las Vegas.
In
Vegas.
Big deal.
John Cena,
I
grew up like in WWE when I was younger. I enjoyed it.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I had like a phase. I had a WWE phase for sure.
That was dope.
Last year, because it was in Philly, I was like, let me tune in. Had a couple buddies that went and went to WrestleMania. I was like, should have went. It was awesome. But like watching it on the streaming service, getting the like it was cool. Like, yeah, is it like, it's WWE. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's entertaining.
Right.
But like the spectacle of WrestleMania, I think is pretty cool. And that's something I definitely want to experience one day for sure. That's a bucket list item.
Yeah. And that all that to go off of this. You brought this up to me. You brought this idea up to me. We're going off WrestleMania. We're going best brawls of all time. We're just going to rattle them off here, Nick.
Baseball
brawl. Sorry, yeah, baseball, obviously. Baseball brawls. I'm going first one, Nick. My favorite of all time, and it's actually, I think, one of the first John Boy videos I ever watched, way back in 2019, when Derek Dietrich was pimping home runs off the Pirates there for a couple of games. Amir Garrett tried to fight the entire Pirates dugout. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was incredible. Amir Garrett, I think someone hits a bomb off somebody. The Amir Garrett comes in. I would highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, it's got like 3 million views at this point. The John Boy breakdown of it's coming to almost 3 million views. Just search Amir Garrett, Puig, and David Bell take on the Pirates in the benches clearing brawl, a breakdown. That's the title of the video. And watching Amir Garrett, because Amir Garrett was a dog. I don't even know, is Garrett even around anymore? I don't
even know what team he plays for.
I don't even know. I think the last time I checked, he was on the Royals.
this picture.
Yeah, it was absolute. Oh wait, so yeah, incredible. So
look at that.
Yeah. I know, it was incredible. He literally, like, I respect him for, and it was awesome about that brawl. I don't want to go too much in all on one, but and then maybe I'll just let you go off on a couple here, whatever you want to do. But what was awesome, if you watch the breakdown from John Boy, like the pitching coach comes out and Garrett's like talking to the pitching coach, like, and it's obvious that Garrett's like, all right, I'm gonna go fight them. The pitching coach is like, all right, cool, go do it. And then he's like motioning to the dugout. He's like, yeah, we're gonna have to get somebody up. And then he pats him on the butt. He's like, all right, go get him. And he just goes right after the entire Pirates dugout. It fights like Kyle Crick, all these other Pirates. Yeah. And it was incredible brawl. Yasiel Puig, that was the night he was traded, I think, to Cleveland in the Trevor Bauer trade.
That was the same night?
Yeah. And like, it's funny to hear John Boy breaks it down so good with the lip reading, and he's talking about how like Puig's sitting there doing Puig stuff. We know how Yasiel Puig is, and him getting traded that same night. It's really funny. Him getting in a brawl the same night he's traded. So Yasiel Puig, by the way. But That is easily my favorite brawl of all time. I have a couple more too, but if you want to go on a couple here, you do your thing. But Amir Garrett easily fighting the Pirates, my favorite of all time.
This one was easy for me. Easy for me. I mean, how could you not forget? How could you
yeah,
not?
that was on the list.
Rougned Odor versus Jose Bautista.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, look at that photo. Yeah, if you are watching live, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, Spotify, I mean, we got the Jose Bautista, Rougned Odor, 2016, Rangers versus Blue Jays. Bautista slid hard into second base, and Odor said, "Let's rumble." And they went at it, and Odor landed a haymaker, nice little right hook. I love Jose Bautista, by the way. I think he follows me on Twitter. But
he follows everybody on Twitter.
I know. I remember he went on like that rampage of following everybody.
Yep, he's insane.
Dude, this is iconic. An iconic MLB brawl. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And that gave Odor that reputation too of Mr. Tough Guy, and not that he's like a huge guy. He's just, I mean, what a haymaker, like you said. And so yeah, I love that one. That's obviously a more and you're 24, so that's like right up your alley of like you growing up and 2016. Yeah, so that was right up your alley for baseball for you as far as that brawl goes. A couple more, and I'll go one that was one growing up for me. I mean, when the Red Sox Yankees rivalry was at its peak, well, I think most people would say was the early 2000s. And when Veritek and A-Rod went at it, I forget was it Pedro who was pitching? And I don't even remember. I have to go back and look. But A-Rod, huh?
Oh, so this was A-Rod. This was A-Rod.
Yeah, this is 2004. And
was this when he tossed Zimmer?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure.
03.
No, that was 03. A-Rod, because A-Rod was the Yankees in 04.
Yeah.
So Zimmer was 03. And then 04. Yeah, I think A-Rod had something to say to. I don't know if it was Pedro pitching or not, but I don't remember. But A-Rod took issue, and then Veritek gets in the way of A-Rod, and then A-Rod's like F you, and then a huge brawl starts. That's one of my favorites. So those are the two that pop up. Obviously, one that I didn't.
Hold up. I got the photo for you. I got it.
The A-Rod.
So I remember this one. I remember. Yeah. I've watched clips of this one.
Yeah, of course.
This is iconic.
Yeah, come on. So that's iconic. And one more I have on my list was the Nolan Ryan Robin Ventura fight as well. I mean, that's legendary. Yeah. I did not see it growing up or anything like that. I know you think I'm old, but I ain't that old. That was the early 90s. I have gray hair. Screw you. Any more from you?
Yes. And
no, I don't want it. Just kidding. Go ahead.
This one, a year later in 2017, this one took place. This was a good one. Okay. I'm going to pull up the picture. I think you know which one I'm going to go with here.
Yeah.
Guy is currently on the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah. I was thinking about this one.
Boom. Bryce Harper, Hunter Strickland.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Like, I've watched videos on. I think I watched a video on that. So wasn't Strickland just like butthurt that Bryce went yard on him?
Yeah,
in the playoffs a few years before or something like that.
Essentially, yeah. So Harper charged the mound. He got hit by a pitch from Strickland, and this goes back to 2014. They had beef then, too. So Harper goes boom.
Hey Bryce, it was funny because Bryce, like the iconic moment for me was when he picked up his helmet and like looked like he was gonna like hit him with it, and then he just threw it to the ground. Bryce was on one. You were like, oh my god, is Bryce actually gonna that's a huge suspension if he does something like that? And thank goodness he didn't do that because that would be real trouble.
I am remiss that I forgot about this one. This one isn't team versus team. This one is teammate on teammate crime. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, it's Bryce Harper as well.
It's still with Bryce. This one included Bryce
Papelbon.
too.
The all-time favorite.
I just thought of it. I thought of it.
That's a good.
I forgot about that one. So Papelbon
wrestling match, like something that's about
to in the dugout.
Yeah.
In the dugout, it'd be separated. Now, Papelbon's a little kooky, so I get it.
He is definitely a little kooky.
How about
that's a great one?
WrestleMania happened today. We had to go through some of these old time fights, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. So yeah, WrestleMania is tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be tuning in.
Why?
I'm not a wrestling guy.
I'm not a wrestling guy, but it's like the aura. It's all about the aura.
Yeah, you like the aura. I think
big aura guy.
Wrestling is something I never understood why people liked.
It was a good phase. I had a good phase through it.
That's fine. That's what I've heard about it too, is that for a lot of people, even that maybe necessarily weren't into it when or it's a thing for them because of their childhood, which sounds like for you as well.
That's me. Yeah. It's like looking back, etc.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll watch a couple.
Watching the playoffs.
The Knicks did win. And the reason I know that is because my buddy who's a Knicks fan has called me 4 times during this episode after they won. So
do you have 4 missed calls?
Yes.
That's nice. Are you going to respond to him?
No.
Are you gonna answer back? No, you're not. That's disrespectful.
I talked to him earlier. I did say that Tobias Harris would drop 30.
And what is Tobias done tonight?
How much did he end up having? I'm very curious. The Knicks won 123 to 112. Tobias Harris at 25.
Look at that, close.
Close.
Good for Tobias. I don't care actually. Screw Tobias.
What a fraud.
He is a fraud. Just like you with wrestling. Just kidding. So Nick, shall we finally get to this? I know it's a little late. This was our March Madness bracket.
A month later.
We
haven't done an episode in a couple weeks.
I know. It would have been a good time, but it is what it is. But our first bracket here, which was best individual seasons by a major league player of all time. It was between, in the final round, it was between 2001 Barry Bonds, Mr. 73 home runs, versus 1999 Pedro Martinez. And who prevailed? Coming in at 80% on the Twitter poll. It was Barry Bonds.
Bonds.
Yeah, we'll give a little clap up for Barry Bonds. I know he's tuned into the episode right now. So, Barry, would like to congratulate you on this prestigious award. I mean, this is the first one. It's like winning the first World Series.
It is. Our first bracket.
Who won the first World Series? Do you even know? I don't know.
Oh.
It's the Red Stockings or something.
That's a bad job by us.
I feel like I should know.
By the way, chiming in, Chuck McHugh. Love Chuck. Chuck's a great guy. He said, I wrote you guys a letter and send it via carrier pigeon.
Who the heck is Chuck McHugh? Sounds like an athlete.
Love Chuck. Chuck, great. And Dave Scalish chimed in on Facebook as well. Can't put them up. He said, hello, Nick and Fran from El Jefe.
Yes, El Jefe. That's that. He also calls himself the Big Mahaf.
There you go. There you go. Shout out Dave. Love Dave Scalish.
Dave's a good guy. Dave, again, get to Pika's before they close, man. That's all I'm going to say. Nick has no idea what I'm talking about.
No clue.
Pika's is a great pizza spot in Upper Darby, PA. They do like square pies, like tomato pies. Really good. Underrated pizza. I mean, it's making me want it right now.
When I'm back in the Philadelphia area, city, we may have to go there. You may have to show me where that's at.
I will, but it's closing soon. But they do have a spot in Westchester, PA as well.
Okay.
But it's not closing.
Gotcha.
But I think they're like remodeling. No, not remodeling that one, but they're relocating somewhere. But this is like the original.
Gotcha.
You can never take away from the original.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when the first Yankee Stadium was torn down and they had the new Yankee Stadium. You know, nothing's ever as good as the first one.
No. The OG is usually the best.
Yeah, OG is usually the best. But all that to say, Barry Bonds, congratulations to you, 2001 Barry Bonds. Did you agree with this? I'm curious from people out there on social media. Did you agree that Barry Bonds, 2001 Barry Bonds, the best individual season of all time in Major League Baseball history? Nick, your thoughts on Barry Bonds taking the title for our first bracket?
I figured he would win it. I figured he'd win it. I don't hate it. I don't hate that he won. Some people will. Some people will hate it. Absolutely hate it. Say it's fraudulent. Yeah, he juiced. But for me, it's the era. That was the era.
Yep.
Okay? Can't change it. Can't change it. I'm cool with him. I'm cool with him. I don't really have any crazy thoughts. It was about 3 weeks ago he did win. So
it's like a little belated celebration.
Yeah, he won. 0-1.
Yeah, so I'll post a bunch of Barry Bonds stats from 2001 throughout the week on the Shift's social media, so we can enjoy, celebrate Barry Bonds.
We're over 100 on X now. Over 100 on X.
We appreciate you. By the way, we appreciate every single one of you. And I think I'd like to do more brackets going forward. So from the people out there, we would love to get your ideas. We'll have our own ideas, obviously, but if there's any other ideas for brackets that you want to see, we did best individual seasons of all time, maybe best teams of all time. I'm sure we'll do that at some point, but anything, we'll do a bunch of stuff. We'll probably do maybe like me and Nick's top 6 favorite baseball players and have them go against each other in a bracket or something like that. Hunter Green versus Paul Skeens for the title.
Hunter Green got rocked by the Orioles today, by the way.
Have one bad start. Still been one of the best pitchers in baseball since July 1st last year. I believe through his last start, before this last start, had like a 1 ERA since July of last year. So respect greatness.
I like
Hunter Green, the best pitcher in the National League Central right now.
I mean, did you see the line for Skeens' bobbleheads? Come on.
That's cool.
It was going down the bridge, across the street. I mean, Skeens Mania. Speaking of WrestleMania, Skeens Mania is for real.
Yeah, well, it didn't start from like 2 weeks ago where like only 10 people were there. So is the Mania really real?
For Paul Skeens, it is. Shout out Jeff Passan, by the way. We're calling out the Pirates being a bad, poorly run organization.
Yeah, shout out to him. Jeff's a real one, and Jeff's a great reporter. And Jeff, I agree. The Pirates have not been, but they had the whole Clemente sticker in right field. It got removed, but they put it back. So should never even been a thing, but it is what it is. But Nick, any final thoughts on our first ever Saturday night shift roundtable? Us getting laid back.
Have we done a shift episode on a Saturday before?
I feel like maybe like a Saturday.
Now, Stocker, when we interviewed Stocker and Stocker came on the program, he literally said to us, "You guys not have a life?" That was a Friday.
Yeah, I think it was a Friday, and
it's now a Saturday.
Now that we're getting knocked, we're not knocked again. And you especially, you're in your mid-20s. You should be out, getting it on.
I went out last weekend.
Now it's too much for you.
That was enough. Yeah.
Who says I might be something going out tonight? You don't know that.
I'm looking at my couch here in the man room. It's called
old man. You're the old man.
I don't know. Maybe we'll go out tonight. We'll see. Still time.
Yeah, sure. What you gonna go do?
Who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, you live your life.
Who knows? Hopefully, I don't run into anybody I've known in the past. That's what I hope that doesn't happen.
You want to talk about that?
Absolutely not. We can wrap it up. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap on the shift. We tied a bow on it. That's it for us. Episode 84. We'll be back soon. Thank you for tuning in. This is The Shift.